Have you ever noticed how a cat moves? Not the lazy stretches or the playful pounces. I mean, really watched how it walks. Each step is a deliberate, precise movement, almost meditative, like it's performing a sacred dance with the ground beneath its feet. Now imagine the same for yourself. Every step you take is sacred, that each movement of your foot against the earth is an act of devotion, a whispered love letter to existence itself. Now ask yourself, how often do you actually feel the ground beneath you? Not just touch it, but truly feel it. In our modern world where life is measured in notifications and deadlines, we have forgotten how to walk, not just physically, but spiritually as well. There was a time when walking was more than mere transportation. It was a practice of mindfulness, a meditation, a communion with the universe. But today we rush, we stomp, we trample through life without reverence. The simple act of walking has been reduced to a function, stripped of its poetry, its grace. But what if I told you that in every step there is a portal to presence? That if you walk correctly, your feet are not just pressing against the earth, they are kissing it. This phrase, walk as if your feet are kissing the earth, originates from the Vietnamese Zen master Thich Nhat Hanh. And the idea of intent to walk as if you're making love to the ground is very much observed in other schools such as Sufism and Vedanta as well. It is an invitation to reclaim walking as an act of devotion. The way your feet meet the earth could reveal more about consciousness, presence, and peace than a lifetime of reading philosophical books. But how does one walk with such reverence? And why does it matter? Walking is a deeply embodied experience. Ancient monks walked barefoot, feeling the textures of the earth. Indigenous tribes attuned themselves to the land, their steps synchronized with the rhythms of nature. But modern life has severed this connection. We wear thick rubber soles, walk on artificial concrete, and move as if we are separate from the ground that holds us. Western culture even has people wearing shoes inside their homes. We no longer walk, we march, disconnected, hurried, thoughtless. Let's start with a simple experiment. Next time you walk anywhere, even if it's just to your kitchen, try to feel every sensation. The initial pressure on your heel, the roll through your arc, the final push from your toes. Notice how many muscles are involved in what we consider the most basic of movements. When we walk gently with reverence, something profound shifts. We begin to feel again. And feeling is the first step to awakening. The boundary between you and the earth starts to blur. Are you pressing down on the earth, or is the earth rising to meet you? Are you moving through space, or is space moving around you? Philosophers have always known the power of walking. Nietzsche declared that all truly great thoughts are conceived while walking. Kant walked the same route every evening, lost in contemplation. The Stoics believed that walking in nature trained resilience as it exposed the mind to both beauty and discomfort. Murakami sped it up and penned the book What I Talk When I Talk About Running. Wonderful read, by the way. And these aren't just philosophical musings, they are pointing to what quantum physics is now telling us, that the distinction between observer and observed, between self and environment, isn't as clear cut as we think. Ancient Indian texts speak of Chairavati, which means keep walking. It's not just advice about physical movement, it's a profound statement about the nature of existence. Everything in the universe is in constant motion. Even the seemingly solid ground beneath your feet is made up of atoms in endless dance. So, why is walking so transformative? Because movement changes thoughts. When we walk with awareness, our inner monologue slows, our breath synchronizes with our steps, and the world becomes sharper, more alive. Walking is the original form of meditation, a way to dissolve the boundaries between self and nature. But to unlock its true potential, we must shift how we walk. Think about how different your day would be if you treated every step as sacred. If each moment was a kiss between you and existence. Your walk to the office becomes a meditation. Your grocery shopping becomes a prayer. Your evening stroll becomes a love affair with reality itself. This is not just about walking, it is about how you move through life. Do we rush mindlessly, stepping over moments without noticing them? Or do we tread harshly, leaving scars in our wake? Or do we move with grace, with care, with reverence? Every step you take is a reflection of how you live. If you walk with mindfulness, you live with mindfulness. If you walk with love, you move through life with love. And if you walk as if your feet are kissing the earth, then every movement becomes an act of devotion. The way we walk is the way we treat the world. When we rush, we disrespect time. When we stomp, we disrespect space. But when we move gently with intention, we acknowledge the sacredness of all things. When your feet kiss the earth, you're not just showing love to the ground beneath you. You are acknowledging the billions of years of cosmic history that created both you and the ground. The calcium in your bones and the minerals in the soil come from the same exploded stars. Every step is a family reunion billions of years in the making. And here is something mind bending to consider. The ground you walk on holds the footprints of everything that's ever lived. Dinosaurs, ancient humans, historical figures all have kissed the same earth with their feet. When you walk mindfully, you're not just connecting with the present moment, you're connecting with all of history. So, how do we walk as if our feet are kissing the earth? Slow down. Walking is not about reaching a destination, it is about being fully present in each step. Walk deliberately, as if you're making a mark on the universe with each movement. Notice the sensation of your feet touching the ground. Feel the heel, the arc, the toes. Become aware of the textures beneath you, the softness of the grass, the roughness of stone, the coolness of earth, or even the fabric of your shoes. Synchronize your breath with each step. Inhale deeply as you lift your foot. Exhale as you place it down. Let your breath guide you into presence. Listen to the sounds around you, the rustling of the leaves, the chirpings of the birds, the whispers of the wind. Observe the colors, the movement of shadows, the details often overlooked in haste. With each step, silently express gratitude for the earth that carries you, for the air that fills your lung, for the miracle of movement itself. Walking then becomes a prayer. Think about the story your feet could tell. Every step you have ever taken has brought you to this moment. Every path you have walked has shaped who you are. Your feet carry the memory of your first steps as a toddler, your nervous walk into your first day of school, your triumphant stride across graduation stage, your anxious pacing during life's difficult moments. There's a reason why so many spiritual traditions incorporate walking meditation. The Buddha walked mindfully, Jesus walked on water, Native Americans walked in beauty. They all understood something fundamental about the relationship between movement and consciousness. When you walk as if your feet are kissing the earth, you are acknowledging your place in the cosmic dance. You are recognizing that every step is both infinitely small and infinitely significant. The mindfulness cultivated in walking extends to the way you eat, the way you speak, the way you listen. It transforms the mundane into the miraculous. You begin to eat as if your tongue is kissing the food, to listen as if your ears are kissing the sound, to breathe as if your lungs are making love to the air. Life becomes softer, richer, and fuller. And all of this from something as simple as how you place your foot upon the ground. Remember that cat we talked about at the beginning? Its graceful movement isn't just about efficiency or survival, it's an expression of pure presence. Each step is complete in itself. There's no separation between the walker and walking, between the kisser and the kissed. So the next time you step outside, pause, feel the ground, take a breath, and walk. Not with force, not with hurry, but with reverence. Let your feet move with grace as if they are kissing the earth with every step. Because in truth, they are. The earth holds you, cradles you, gives you life. Your steps are not separate from the universe, they are a conversation with it. Because in the end, mindful walking isn't about getting somewhere, it's about being fully present wherever you are. And perhaps, just perhaps, when you learn to walk this way, you will learn to live this way, gently, mindfully, as if each moment is sacred, because it is.